Right, I've almost breached through here. Oh boy, and I gotta kick this door open. Bam! All right, I demand you, Magistrum, to release the abbot and Curly Joe. Well, 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 well. So we got a hero. Now, I will be honest with you. My war machine is about done. What are you talking about? Some war machine? Oh, uh, yeah, yeah. You have a war machine. It's all done, ready, and it's now turned on, buddy. You're going to have a lot to deal with. So the war machine, it's turning on, and it looks like, like what is it, Eddie 101 or something? That robot from RoboCop, he kind of looks like that, and um, so yeah, so you know, Kojak, he's ducking behind like different boxes. He's getting fired at, with the turret systems. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, and Abbott is, in a cell watching the whole thing with Curly Joe, like, oh no, he's firing at Kojak, and we can't help him. I can't get this door open. It's so solid. Oh no, I don't know how I can hold out. Uh, and Magistrum laughs and, well, he's not gonna last long. That war machine will get to him eventually. I'm afraid to say it's the end of your friend. If you wonder what I'm going to do with you, Abbott, there's always more war machines I can have you work on. Oh no! I think you did a pretty good job. But meanwhile, at Mr. Pennypacker's place, Freighter sees what's all going on. Oh no! Oh no! He's getting shot at! Oh, that's not good. I don't want him to get destroyed by that thing. I need to save him. Get my lightsaber. Get into a ship and get on going here. So, he gets into like a TIE fighter and he goes flying out and he lands on the planet. We just pretend like we're speeding time up here. And, he got there fairly fast. And of course, Freighter breaks into the palace and then he breaks the door down and, oh no, it's that Freighter H guy. He's back. Oh great, I'm gonna have to take on him and that robot. Oh no. And then Freighter, of course, uh, disables the robot, doesn't completely destroy it, but Magistrum is like mad, of course, like, oh no, my robot. And then Freighter picks up Kojak. All right, buddy, you're coming with me. But my friend's here. Nah, 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 nah. You're coming with me. Don't worry, I'm getting you out of here. Don't worry about those guys. But oh, all right, I'll be the nice guy. And he takes his lightsaber and knocks down the door, and that way Abbott and Curly Joe or can maybe escape or not. Who knows? And they're freaked, and and the two are both freaked out by what's going on, and you know, then so Abbott, not Abbott, Kojak. Well, okay, why are you taking me to this TIE fighter? What the heck, you're going okay, I got you in there. Um, you're going with me for a bit here, okay? I rescued you. That was a little bit of a babyface action. That's kind of not good for my reputation, so don't tell anybody. Um, um, there's things we got to talk about. Okay, okay, buddy. Oh, all right, all right. Now, first things first. There, got that police taser out of the way here. Uh, Put that away. You're not gonna do that again. Well, I wouldn't anyways, you're flying. That would be kind of dangerous. Well, okay, that good. You're not stupid. So they land and they get to a secure place. All right, and let's see here. Hey, you're tying me up. Well, yep. Now we can begin. First off, uh, who are you? Well, my name is KOJACK. I am both detective, police chief of Crackton, Ohio. Well, actually, let's talk about that. First off, the place you're supposed to be a detective of, buddy, is just it was a fictitious place that Dark Milo and his Sir William Esquire made about a season ago. Okay? And you had a bunch of Poo Guppy Adamses. There's only one Poo Guppy Adams. Okay? Okay? And he's like right here. And Kojak's just staring at him. Because there's nobody there. What? Can't you see him? I mean, come on. I'm talking to him.
Yeah, Rainer, I don't know why you can't see me.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
I think he's crazy.
Oh, I think, yeah,
He's an enemy of the state.
Now understand, folks, Freighter can't see. I mean, Kojak can't see. Freighter is just he's seeing things in his head, and then it's like, yeah. Are you okay? Are you okay? You're talking to thin air. You're, listen, buddy. How long have you been an enemy of the state? Uh, what are you talking about? I've served my area, my jurisdiction with great honor. What? What's when he pulls out the lightsaber? What's no? Be honest. How long have you been affiliated with Dark Milo? Listen, okay, listen here. Dark Milo has been a great friend and a great friend. That's a kicker. And he understands the same things as me. That we both hate Satterground Productions. Oh, you hate us, huh? Well, I gotta let you know, like, that's not gonna stand. I do appreciate how honest you are. The reality is, you know, you're basically made up by a nut job. Mr. Pennypacker never made you. You were made by that Sir William Esquire. So you're an enemy of the state. You openly admit that. Um, and also, I'll be honest with you. At one point, you went after the abbot. You went after, Curly Joe, and well, Glenn Farfinger. He kind of hit his demise, and that was understandable. But that sadly that was Dark Milo. So you're also protecting someone who committed the destruction of a beloved character on the show. So on this Sattergrad production, uh, are you very proud of yourself? Well, of course, anything that has to do with why do you not like it so much? I mean, well, you don't understand. It's hard to understand. I was stuck in Cracked, Ohio with those Pugapi Adams. I could understand maybe like yeah, that would probably burn anybody out actually. Um so here's the deal about next episode. I think you're gonna finally understand real punishment. Where any kind of physical brutal punishment I can take. I'm a tough man. Tougher than you, or oh, tougher than me. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming. I have plans for you, but as for your friends, they can go ahead and play their game and stuff. But I got plans for you next episode. Well, let's see what shenanigans we're getting into. Oh dear. Where are we? It looks very dangerous. Indeed, it looks very dangerous. Sort of wandering around in these shrouded areas. That's dangerous, you know. And of course, you got limited time you could be in these environments. That's scary, you know. But nonetheless, you know that we're going through it, you know. But you gotta be careful because there's just certain areas where you know, like, you can be destroyed pretty quickly. I mean, it's not to mess around with, you know. And right there's a lot of red, and then we're dead. We're dead. Yeah. Unfortunately, fortunately, it sort of like recommended us to go to some place that's very dangerous. And we died. And we're done. Oh no, we actually died. Well, I know, Abbott, we actually did, and we probably lost a good amount of stuff. But that's trial and error. That's what you do in trial and error. You make, you know, you make, well, you make mistakes, and you make more mistakes, and more mistakes, and more mistakes, and yeah, more mistakes. Really helps if you, when you say mistakes, you let out a bit. Okay, so that gooey green stuff, that's getting us our health back. We still not made a floor yet. Well, you know what? There's just priorities, you know, and also we don't have a proper roof. We just have an illogical amount of heavy stone, you know. I know it's very top heavy, you know. Look, man, there's not a lot we can do about it, okay? Also, I think we've overslept. I think we've slept plenty, you know, for what it's worth. And well, it's about the role playing here. You know, it's a, you know, that's what it really comes down to. I also understand if we work on the floor, which is I think is about to happen. We're gonna finally do it. Understand, we do it. It's gonna take some time. So we gotta dig. Yeah, see, you dig a hole, and then you know, you start putting some structure in, and that's the good stuff. I could actually be honest with you. The easiest thing to do would just to make the floor first before you even make the structure, and then that way, you know. See, majority of the time in these games, you just make a huge square. They just give you a huge square, like in the Fallout games and stuff, and you know, whatever. And you could just make your base that way, you know. But this game, you know, you can still do that in this game. It's just we weren't smart enough at the time to do it, so we just kind of did everything very primitive. I don't know. In a way, I kind of liked it. You know, it was kind of gave the game some like. It kind of gave the game some like, you know, just a sense of being in the world and actually have to tediously try to, you know, make the floor and stuff, you know. You know, a lot of times in games, you know, they'll literally let you make like just go ahead, just make a whole floor within just one go. Kind of like it just materialized out of thin air. But yeah, the games do seem to do that, you know? It's like magic. Well, there's sometimes a charm to actually have to do some work, you know? I know it's not a very popular thing to do, though. I mean, I like how the objects are just floating in air. There's no gravity, so that's a good thing. Well, I think it's about hold out here, so we can start building. We can start putting down floor. It's like a little, kind of like a little floor one or something like that. And we're being attacked. Yeah, we're being attacked. Wow, that. Oh no, Jeremy, we're being attacked. Well, it's a level 1 habit. It's not something to be like scared of. But that was fascinating when we were trying to work on the place, and it started to attack the door. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, we might as well take these other guys out so that they don't start bothering us. You know? It was like broad daylight, you know, and they were just wandering around. And yeah, it's just broad daylight, and they're just attacking us. Oh boy. Now we gotta go back to working on the floor, and that's fun stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you, Abbott. You know, I know we're not doing very well with this commentary thing, but if it's just gonna be crafting a floor, I don't think I can talk over that. Well, it's because we suffer from ADHD. So it would be agonizingly boring to us to have to actually commentate. You know, talking about making a floor. Now, it seems like the problem was what happened to us is that we didn't realize at the time we were playing this that we could actually go to the workbench and make squares, you know, actual square floors. And we didn't know that, you know, and it's kind of a past tense thing now, but, you know, we're commentating and watching it, you're kind of going, well, booger, you know, we kind of screwed up. And it's like, yeah, you kind of did. You kind of messed up, you know, and, well, stuff happens, you know? Okay, but nonetheless, we're gonna get through. Well, we're not gonna commentate on it. I totally understand. It's yeah. I mean, what are we? This old house or something? Are we like Bob Vila? Or we're gonna go? Well, here we here at Old World Crafters, we we were working on a nice cabin floor today on the show on PBS, and we're making some progress here today. Um, we just the only problem we had today on this episode was we got interrupted by a being of the undead. That's right. A being of the undead interrupted us today, and we had to destroy his decomposed brains. These are problems many times with old buildings like this that they'll usually get zombies. So we have to destroy the decomposed brain in order to, you know, to move on with our crafting, you know, or the work on the restoration of the cabin and stuff. Yes, yeah, it is a huge problem. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Let's see. Is there someone else out there? I just saw some light flickering. I was just like, wow. You know, we don't have the sound on, but I think everything's okay. I mean, you know, when we were playing this, you know, you could hear thump, 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 thump. So, yeah, that's not going to be a rabbit. That's not going to be a goat. That's going to be a zombie. And again, you destroy the brains. You know, and here on this old house, we deal with that problem a lot in these old kinds of buildings. Well, this is kind of gives some comedy. Well, our ADHD really struggles with this. I'm impressed with streamers. Like some of them can well, it's because they actually talk to real people. I don't even know how they do it. Like, how do they do it? Their chats are moving so fast, unless they only have like 20 people in the chat or something. That would be easier. Yes. I mean, in some cases, like on Kick, they just have view bots. Well, what's funny about that is, like a guy like Sam Pepper, he'll have literally he'll have maybe 5 people in the chat talking, and yet he has 5,000 people watching. Like, does he not understand? Does he not understand? We can see there's like a discrepancy here. Well, it's because he's a grifter. See, that's just it. Like we've gone so low as a society that the explanation you can give for being a liar and a cheat is to say you're grifting, meaning this is entertainment. And it's about that lying is funny. It's comedy. Isn't that something? Is that something that we've gone? Well, yes. At one point in time, you can actually have your reputation ruined. Well, yeah. Well, see, the problem is, see, you need to understand, unless these companies actually take action to ban their accounts, because you know, actually try to blackball them from what they're doing, they just keep going on forever like that. Like there was a time when your reputation, have a ruined reputation, might actually mean the difference between not ever being able to pay your bills because nobody's going to employ you. That was what it was. So there was a time. Now, see, what's great is that we've gotten you talking. Now we don't have to stop the commentary. We can keep going the whole time. Well, I don't know. I'll try to keep going. You know, well, do your best, KOJACK. I mean, well, see, like, you know, there was times where you could lose your wife. You could anyone gets married anymore. That you know, you could lose your wife. You could lose your children. I mean, your kids might not be able to eat on time because you don't have a job because you decide to use view bots. But because anybody can stream anytime, anywhere, and always, as long as they have pay pigs, you know, they have the whales and the pay pigs to keep them afloat. And you understand that's no different than sitting on a street with a cardboard sign like, please, I need money, help me. You know, like, seriously, that's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just online. So they'll do something like they'll go outside or whatever. It's amazing the things people get away with. Like in the past, you couldn't do that, you know, because you would ruin your reputation. Your town would never look at you the same. But nowadays, what they do is they just move to the cities and stuff. So then, you know, that way nobody knows who you are. No one cares who you are. That's a good point. That's a very good rant. That's a very good rant. So how's this old house? Well, we're making progress on the floor. I actually like how the stone floor looks, how it's laid out. It's very pleasing, actually. It actually does look like a real stone floor. You know, like, and understand there was a time in most video games where floors didn't look this good, as far as like, you know, dungeon games and things like that. They were fairly basic, you know, because you know, do you want to spend your budget on making the floors look realistic? That's usually not what it's about, you know. people just took things for granted, where this is a very nice floor. I like it. It's very pleasing to me. It actually looks natural. The way things would have maybe looked in sort of like medieval times. So this apparently a game, Well, be careful what you say because you don't know if that game's even around anymore or whatever, because everything's early access. So that we may not even be playing that. I know what you're thinking. There is a game kind of like this too, where it's all medieval and it's got like villagers and stuff. Graphics don't look. I actually think the graphics in this game look better in that than one you're thinking of. But nonetheless, this is, I like this. I do like this game a lot, and the only problem with early access games, I'll say this, is that if your aim of your YouTube channel is to talk about new games, it's problematic because that means we got to come back to a game that's now like what, like 2 years old or 3 years old, and even though it's so much more improved than when it first came out, kind of like No Man's Sky. But still, it's not a newer game. It's, it is a predicament. It's quite a predicament, actually. Well, see, I got you ranting. That's good. And see, you're almost done with the floor. We were going to quit. Actually, we made good time. Usually we quit after about 15 minutes, so we're past that. That's actually pretty good. We're not even doing anything. We're just working on a floor, but you got me ranting and about, grifters and stuff. I'm kind of having deja vu. I think I maybe haven't. Well, I'm having deja vu too, but I think it was because of we used to play a ton of Minecraft. I used to play a ton of Minecraft back in the day, so there was times like this where you would be like working on something and then I was just talking about streamers, it always amazes me like how they can do this and keep talking because it's hard to keep on conversation about the game because you're just doing this, like hey, I put in another block, I put in another block, another block, another block. So what are you doing now? The floor is done. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Rabbit. I'm working on a fireplace. We got that wood stove, so I'm just gonna make like a structure around it. It takes time. There's stuff that probably needs to be reworked. Like this roof. Yes, that's all getting changed. That's all getting changed. That's all getting changed. That was just sort of something goofy. Sometimes we do that, just be goofy, and we're not architects. We didn't go to school for that. We just playing a video game, and then you understand with video games you can delete things. You it's like Legos. You can unsnap the blocks, and then you can put them in different positions until you go one day you go, wait, that's coming out just the way it should be, and then you just keep it going. Good stuff. Great stuff. Ew, that's a good thing. Oh, it's a very good thing. Running out of space here. Of course, I gotta get the fireplace in the right position. Or otherwise it won't look right. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's wonderful. The fireplace. Now, of course, I understand the structure around it is just artificial. It's not realistic or anything like that. It's just, it is what it is, But then what would do is maybe I could build the stone upwards, so then that way it's, So yeah, I kind of like it like that. You know, it's right. The storage box is right behind it. That's pretty good. And then you're closer to the fireplace, so that you're all toasty. So let us work on. It wouldn't cover up the hole. Well, it doesn't really. Yeah, in real life you wouldn't do that, but you need to understand, Abbott, this game doesn't have the science behind it like that. Like it, like that would be something if you had to think about things like that, but it's kind of not that game. So you can get away with stupid things like that, you know. You're just kind of messing with this, and I think the commentary's done for now. I'm running out of things to talk about. I understand. You did well, you know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see you next show and more shenanigans.